All right, let's talk about a real giant of the internet. A quiet giant, actually. It's a platform that's probably running in the background of your digital life way more than you could ever imagine. And that's WordPress. The big question is, here in 2026, is it still the undisputed king? Well, let's dive in and find out.
So, to kick things off, let's just put one single number up, 43%. What is that? Well, that's the percentage of all websites on the entire internet powered by WordPress. Seriously, that is not a typo. Think about that for a second. From your favorite local blog to massive corporate news sites, there's a nearly 1 in 2 chance you're on a WordPress site right this very moment.
And that, of course, leads us to the big question for this whole explainer. How on earth did one platform, a single piece of software that started out as just a simple blogging tool over 2 decades ago, how did it come to absolutely dominate the digital world? The answer? Well, it's a really fascinating story about community, flexibility, and one very, very clever idea.
Okay, first, let's really try to get our heads around the sheer scale of this dominance. Because, as huge as that 43% number is, that's really just the beginning. When you zoom in on the specific market that WordPress competes in, well, the picture becomes even more dramatic.
So what you're looking at here is the market for what are called content management systems, or CMSs for short. Basically, these are the tools that people use to actually build and manage their websites. And in this space, WordPress isn't just leading, it's just completely running away with it. It has a staggering 65% of the market. I mean, look at its closest competitors, Shopify and Wix. They're barely even in the single digits. It's not even a race at this point, it's a victory lap.
So the crucial question is, why? How did this happen? Well, this quote really gets to the heart of it. WordPress is built on a philosophy called open source. We're going to dive deeper into that in a bit, but the short version is this. It doesn't belong to a single corporation with its own private agenda. It belongs to, well, everyone. And in a world full of digital walled gardens, that right there is its secret weapon.
Okay, but before we go any further, we have to clear up the single biggest point of confusion for anyone who's new to the world of WordPress. Because when we say WordPress, we're actually talking about 2 very different things that just happen to share the same name.
You see, you've got WordPress.com, and then you've got WordPress.org. One is a for-profit company that sells website services. The other is the free software itself that anyone on the planet can download and use. This distinction is the source of so much confusion, so let's break it down with a really simple analogy.
Okay, and this analogy just illustrates the difference perfectly. Think of WordPress.com as renting an apartment. It's super easy, the landlord handles all the maintenance, and everything is included for 1 monthly fee. The catch? You can't just go knocking down walls. WordPress.org, on the other hand, is like owning a house. You have total freedom to build, to customize, to do whatever you want. But you're also responsible for everything. The security, the maintenance, the hosting. So one offers convenience and the other offers total control.
So now that we know what it is and the difference between the 2 types, who exactly is using it? I mean, is this just a tool for bloggers? Or is it for massive corporations? The answer, as you've probably guessed by now, is yes. It's pretty much for everyone.
Yeah, this chart here gives us a great snapshot. While WordPress definitely got its start with blogs, and they still make up about 1/4 of its use, the majority of sites today are actually for businesses and e-commerce stores. It's really grown from a simple personal publishing tool into a powerful engine for the global economy. And for small businesses in particular, WordPress just hits this perfect sweet spot. The cost to get started is really low, there are tons of professional designs available, and it's built to scale up as your business grows. But honestly, the most crucial advantage is this. Unlike so many of its competitors, you truly own your site and all of your content. You're not just renting a little corner of someone else's platform, locked into their rules and their pricing forever.
And don't think for a second that this is just for the small players. Oh no. WordPress powers some of the absolute biggest names on the web. We're talking about the New York Times corporate site, Sony Music, and get this, even the official website for the entire country of Sweden. This platform is absolutely built to scale to incredible heights.
Okay, so it has clearly dominated the last 20 years. But what about the next 20? How is this, legacy platform adapting to a world of AI, machine learning, and completely new ways of building for the web? Well, the biggest shift, no surprise here, is AI. But here's the key thing. This isn't about creating another closed-off proprietary site builder. Instead, artificial intelligence is being woven directly into the core, open experience of creating and managing a WordPress site. The goal is to make web design accessible to literally anyone who has an idea.
So how does that actually work in practice?
Well, it's becoming this simple. You just describe your business or your blog in plain English. The AI assistant then generates multiple layouts, suggests color schemes, and can even write some initial content for you. From there, you just step in as the editor, refining the design, and then you launch your site. The barrier to entry is just vanishing.
But hey, AI isn't the only story here. The platform is constantly evolving under the hood. You've got things like full site editing, which gives users this drag and drop control over every single part of their site. And there's a big push towards something called a headless approach. Now that sounds technical, but it basically just means developers can use WordPress's powerful backend to manage content while building totally custom front ends for things like mobile apps or smart device interfaces. So in short, it's getting more powerful for beginners and experts all at the same.
All right, so let's bring this all together. With all these new, slick, AI-powered competitors popping up all the time, why does this 20-year-old platform continue to not just survive, but to actually thrive? What is the fundamental reason for its endurance?
It all comes back to this one incredibly powerful idea: open source. See, unlike proprietary software that's locked down by a single company, WordPress is built collaboratively by a global community of volunteers. This means it's constantly being improved, secured, and adapted by thousands of the brightest minds in the world, all working together. It really is a living, breathing project.
Really, its strength rests on four main pillars. First, that unrivaled global community that supports it. Second, near infinite flexibility, thanks to plugins and themes. Third, the proven scalability to go from a tiny little blog to a massive global enterprise. And finally, true ownership. In an age where we're all becoming digital renters, WordPress lets you own your home on the web.
And all of this leaves us with one final, really important question. WordPress helped build a decentralized open web, a web where anyone could participate. But as AI gets better and better at building sites for us, often inside closed proprietary systems, will that open internet model that WordPress championed actually survive? Now that's the challenge for the next decade, and it's definitely something to think about.